Hi guys, I'm Two Wheel Freak, and this is the Edit Station Challenge. So a big thanks to Shifty 1050 for nominating me for this challenge. If you haven't seen Shifty 1050 before, where have you been? What a great channel. I'll put the link in the description. Check him out. A great blogger, great sense of humour, and a lovely bike too. Brutus. But anyway, here we go. Okay, so here we go. The equipment I use is a MacBook Pro, 15 inch. I guess if you like the tech specs, it's an i7. The software that I use is Final Cut Pro. I have a number of plugins that I guess help me work. We have one called MTuber, which gives us lots of kind of effects that you can add in, overlays, stuff that look pretty cool, really easy to do. And another plugin I would use a lot is one called Sensor, which allows me to blank out registration plates, faces, etc. It has software which will track the registration plate to a certain degree. If you start flapping your head around in the shot and the license plate moves around too quickly, then it makes it very difficult to track. I have a 2TB drive and I store pretty much the footage on there. Never ran out of space yet. I know I watched A-Bomb Biker who was talking about coming home with 100 gig of footage each time. That must be the GoPros. The camera I use, the Sena, uses a lot less memory. The quality maybe is not good as a GoPro, but certainly it's good enough for me. Oh, and I have a little helper, editing helper. This is Winston, the dog. He likes to help out. You begging? You begging? On you go. Right, he's happy now. So I don't have, not really set up in an office or have a fancy desk or anything for doing the editing. It's just basically sitting on the bed. Normally put the TV on. Mrs. Freak will put on some program that I'm not really interested in watching, and basically I'll just sit and edit videos while she's doing that. So the camera that I use, let's go over here quick. That's the actual steps for Winston's got, just making sure Winston. The camera I use is the Sena 10C. Bring this over. I believe they're bringing out a new version, a Pro version, which has 60 frames per second. This current one is only 30, but I don't mind the footage from it at all. Moto Carry and Low Spark Chris were talking about the struggles of the moto vlogger, and I get how they have the problem with the GoPros and the batteries and the memory cards and stuff. Really, for me, I've found that the Sena has been a fantastic piece of kit. It's always on the helmet, it is the camera, it's also the comms device, so I can take calls, intercom to other riders. It lets me hear directions from the sat nav. The battery itself, it says 2 hours recording. I don't think it is, it's more like an hour and a bit when I've been recording video from it. So I've actually wired up here an Anchor battery, so this gives me about, I'm not actually sure, it's never ran out, so somewhere about 5-8 hours recording maybe, at least, probably. And that is held on by industrial velcro at the back. I actually have 2 of these batteries, and I keep one either in my tank bag or in the tail of the bike. And the tail of the bike actually has a USB charging port, so I can charge one of these batteries while the other one is here. And I have another, I think the maximum is 32 gig of memory. That's the largest card it can take. So I have 2 spare cards that I just keep with me as well. So for me, the blogging, getting stuff ready for blogging hasn't been an issue for me. Generally, I just throw on the helmet, this battery and the camera are always on here. So I turn it on, it's usually recording on a loop, 3-minute loops. And if the card was ever to fill up, it would just overwrite. And what happens is if something memorable happens during a trip while I'm driving, when I get home I just take the card out and I download the clips that I need. I can change it from a loop mode to just plain record video, and I do this if I specifically want to record a blog or I'm going a trip with like an actual ride out with other people, then I'll just record solid. The microphone that's built in and the speakers that come with this are absolutely excellent, really good quality audio. The comms when you talk to other riders are really clear, and you have the option to record the other riders as well, what they're saying or not. It's up to you which way you do it. So for me it's pretty straightforward. I just bang the helmet on, I'm recording loops anyway, and if I want to shoot a blog, if I feel like I'm going to talk about something or there's something going on, I'll change it to full record mode, and that's about it. I don't think the bit rate's very high. Like I said, it's not as good as the GoPro, which is definitely not as good quality, but I'm happy with it for now. When the new 10C Pro comes out, I believe it's higher resolution, slightly wider lens, and 60 frames per second, but it looks exactly the same, it's just a jet black. I'll probably get that. That's as much as I'm going to do with the kit. Maybe I'll get a cheap camera that I can attach for rear facing shots, and possibly from the handlebars, so it's a shot of me, or down near the rear wheel, so it's like a rear wheel shot. Maybe I'll look at that, doing that in the future, but not a big deal just now. So that was Edit Station Challenge. That's how I work, that's how I do things. Probably quite short and sweet. But now for the nominations. So I think probably one of my favourite bloggers just now, a Glasgow blogger with probably the coolest intro I've seen, is Rimu. So Rimu, I challenge you. The next would be a female motovlogger from California, fairly new but very popular. I'm sure most of you follow her already, and that's Moto Carry. And for the third nomination, a new YouTuber who I've been riding with recently. Beautiful bike, great guy, and that is Kick-Ass Dave. So that's the nominations. I'm Two Wheel Freak, and this has been the Edit Station Challenge. See you later.